but I'm still like, I feel like I'm almost having like a panic attack because I don't know what to do. Or if it's your first time to the channel, my name is Ryan. I'm a full-time reseller on sites like eBay and Poshmark, and today I met up with my CPA. So stay tuned to kind of see how it went. I am super nervous. I'm about to meet up with my CPA, and I know it's just the initial, like, kind of going over a couple of things, but I'm just super nervous. I just don't know what to expect. So if the camera's kind of shaky a little bit because I'm holding it, and probably the monster's not helping either. I don't know. I think it's just human nature. You just don't want to look dumb, I guess. I just have so many questions. I just don't know anything about taxes, and I know they're there to help you or help people when they don't know. But I'm still like, I feel like I'm almost having like a panic attack because I don't know what to do. Or like, I wrote down questions to ask, and I'm gonna bring like pen and paper and everything. I'm sorry for the sun glaring, but I'm just super nervous. I just don't know what to expect. You know, I didn't bring all like the receipts and stuff like that, and Googling what to bring with you when you meet a CPA almost kind of made it worse because it was saying like bring everything, every number, every receipt and everything. I'm like, and then my wife had to tell me like, no, you're just meeting with them to kind of see what you need to bring for when you do file your taxes, because I don't have my W-2 from my last job yet. I don't have the 1099 from eBay or Poshmark yet. So I'm just giving them a rough idea. And honestly, I kind of slacked on just recording some of the numbers. I don't know. Honestly, I just didn't know what I needed to record. So I gotta ask them like, hey, do I need to do the mileage on my vehicle, or am I doing like every expense, like oil changes and my insurance? Am I doing my payment on it? Because this is just strictly for reselling, and because when we do like family activities, we just take my wife's vehicle. So I gotta figure that out. And also, I had a different vehicle at the beginning of the year and sold it, and then got this truck. So I got to figure out like, well, do I do the mileage before and after on that vehicle, and then the before and after on this vehicle? And do I record that when I sold that vehicle? Because when I sold that vehicle, that's honestly how I bought my shed, for extra storage. And then also like the space inside my house, like I have a home office. I guess I measured that at just 10 by 10. And then I used part of my dining area for the longest time before I had the shed, and then part of my living room. And honestly, I use different parts of my house. Like when I'm folding up blazers, I'll use part of my bedroom and things like that. And I don't know. I just don't know if this person has ever dealt with a reseller. So I'm kind of like nervous about it, of like just seeming dumb, like, oh yeah, hey, I go around to Goodwills and Salvation Armies and buy clothing and resell it. So, and then also when I was kind of pulling my numbers, I stayed up late last night pulling numbers on just like little things that I think might be recorded. And I had issues like with my Cox bill for internet, where they were charging me more because something 2 years ago expired, so I'm getting charged more. So I don't know. I don't want to look dumb. I'm just so afraid of that. And I think that's, like I said, that's just human nature. We don't want to look dumb. I think even when we press record on YouTube, we just don't want to look dumb. So I don't know. I'll update you guys to see how this goes. I'm really trying to take a minute for myself and try to relax, I guess, a little bit before I meet this person. And I know they're going to be calm and collected. And honestly, I need to walk in there calm and collected, like, hey, I got my numbers. This is what it is. And how do we need to move forward? What do you need? So when I do get the information, we can file the taxes. And how can I do this going forward, to do quarterly taxes, to to not pay any kind of penalties and things like that. So this will be a good learning experience, but I'm just super nervous. Super nervous, but we'll see what happens. So I just got back from meeting with my CPA, and I gotta say, I feel so much better. I was so nervous, like overly nervous. I was just thinking about every possibility that could have gone wrong, I guess. But I feel a little more relaxed now. I don't know. But it was good. She was very knowledgeable, and I'm glad I chose her to do this. She knew a lot about the legal stuff of everything, so I think that was good. And I'm pretty happy. You know, I've watched Not Your Dad's CPA, and I even kind of brought that up. She kind of told me what I can deduct and everything. So we're gonna do like the cash method. She said, honestly, that's probably best for what I'm doing. I can deduct for my vehicle, where instead of mileage, we are going to do just every expense, which I think that's gonna be a little easier too. Since I bought that shed, we're gonna do like depreciation value on it. I don't know how that's gonna go since it's used, but we'll see. And what else? I mean, the meals. I told her that was kind of a gray area. She pretty much had a rule of thumb, and I don't know. She kind of was like, legally, and I was like, oh gosh, this is why it's gray. She's basically kind of said, unless you're taking like someone out to eat, like a client or something to eat, or if you were going out of town and staying the night, that was kind of like the key, I guess. Staying the night, I wouldn't do it. And it's only up to 50% for the meals. So I was kind of under the impression, I guess, that if you're out sourcing all day, you could, write off your meal. She was like, yeah. So I'm kind of like, no, I don't know. Like I said, this is my first year, and I don't think that she's a complete expert for resellers, but she's very knowledgeable about like the taxes. So I am gonna go with her. What else was it? It seemed pretty easy. I'm pretty happy with our conversation. So obviously deduct your inventory, I could do my whole phone and my whole internet. So that's cool. What else was there? I have everything written down. See, I was also told on your profits to basically do 20%. So I'm gonna do that. She did mention that, I guess, the quarterly taxes like January 15th, was it April 15th, July 15th, and then October 15th. I believe those are the dates, or the 4 quarterly taxes dates. So, and she kind of went over like the periods from this period to this period means for this. And since it's not January 15th yet, I'm gonna try to get my numbers together to try to pay some of the taxes, so maybe I don't get hit with the penalties as much. But this was definitely a good learning experience. I might make another video on this topic. I did record my conversation because I just wanted to go back and listen to it. If I had questions, I can remember what we said. I don't know if I'm gonna I probably won't post it or anything, I don't know, because I don't wanna get in trouble for that because I didn't ask for permission. It's more of just a memo for me so I can look back at it. So it'll be good. And plus I get asked all the time by my wife, like, well, what they say? And I'm like, So I've learned to just do voice memos a lot of the time when I'm with people that I need to know the information, just so I can play the audio for her because I'm horrible about that. So thank you for stopping by during my kind of meltdown. I appreciate you stopping by for this vlog. I'm gonna keep trying to make more of these vlogs of just kind of what's going on in in my life, I guess. So, in the reselling business space. So, once again, if you could, like that button. Have also comment some, are you using CPA? Are you doing your own taxes? If you are a reseller, and subscribe to catch more content like this. Appreciate you guys. See you next time. Bye.